And kind of going into that, you had a lot of running plays and stuff like that. How do you find that balance between obviously using your legs and also protecting yourself from hits?
At the end of the day, we have to do whatever we have to do to win the game. And I've told Coach Lightfoot that, I've told Coach Zabrowski that at the end of the day, we have to do what we have to do. And if that means I have to run the ball, if that means I have to pass the ball, we're going to do whatever we have to do to be able to make sure that we're on the winning side of the end of the game.
It's not like Cam barely got touched on either of those touchdowns he had in the first half. What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, shout out to Cam for being able to come in and be able to learn the whole entire offensive system, because like I said, always, this is not an easy system to be able to come into and just learn. But, he came in, prepared, ready to work, and his eagerness to be able to get on the field showed tonight.
To think back to your day one here on campus to what you got to run out to tonight, just what were those emotions like?
Yeah, I continue to keep saying it that, I was blessed with the opportunity to be able to come back for another year, and being able to play in the booth for the first time of the reopening of the stadium, it means a lot. There was a lot of times where I sat there in the middle of the field and just looked around and was trying to take everything in, because, I know this was my very first game being able to play in the booth. And, when I think of it that way, I got to just continue to keep taking everything in and taking it a day at a time.
How did it compare to maybe what you had dreamed of or what you had expected?
Yeah, the class of 2020 guys, the one thing that we once said was, we want to be able to help turn the program around, and to be able to, see the product of what we've been able to do over the past 5 years with Coach Lightfoot means a lot.
Coach talked about walking out of that tunnel for the first time and seeing the stripes in the stadium and everything. What was that moment like for you?
It meant a lot. First of all, we're walking out of a tunnel now, so let's start there. The atmosphere as soon as we come out of the tunnel, when you see all the fans sitting there striped out, it means a lot. First of all, I got to give hats off to all the fans for even coming out, because we sold the booth out once again. First time back in the booth, and we're going to continue to do that.
Yeah, I think when you ran out there, I saw you go over and kind of hype them up a little bit. How did you feel about the student section, the atmosphere today?
Yeah, first of all, they're great. They came out, they showed out, and I think that they played a big factor in us being able to continue to do what we did, both offensively, defensively, and special teams-wise.
Coach Leipold talked about that connection you have with Zabrowski. You've talked about it too. I feel like there was no learning curve out there. Do you kind of agree with that?
He's been my quarterback coach for 5 years. He's been able to see what I do best, but things that I need to work on, and I think that he does his best to be able to put the offense in the best position to be able to go out there and score points.
We know that he
Coach, he looks really comfortable and confident out there. Would you agree with that?
100%. I've gotten the chance to be able to work with these guys the whole entire fall camp. I'm very confident in Coach Z. Whatever he calls out there, I'm going to treat like it's the best play call ever, because at the end of the day, I know that he's calling a play out there to score, not for a negative gain, not to be able to do something negative. So I just go out there confident, because he has the confidence in me to go out there and make the play.
On that note, we know that Z likes to go forward on fourth down. You guys did that successfully a lot today. What's that like as a quarterback, knowing you got an extra down to pick things up a lot?
Well, first of all, I know Coach Z likes to go for it on fourth down, but first of all, that call is to the head man, and I think that he has a lot of faith in us offensively to be able to go out there and execute that situation. So I want to thank Coach Leipold and Coach Z for being able to put us in a situation that's being able to execute his offense.
Thanks, Jalon.